Today, me, my brother, and Danilo are gonna bring to you the best way to play Solfachord. But before we do, to launch the best pendulum deck in years, I want everyone right now to stop what they're doing. My parents love Trif so much that they decided to make Trif 2.0. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Pen best deck, baby. You already know what it is. We've been waiting for this moment. My bro's gonna come to YCS. I know you guys can't see me. I'm just gonna come to YCS. We're gonna win it all.
And Danilo.
What's up?
What's up?
I'm just the future YCS little winner.
Future YCS little winner. I'm gonna win Peru, maybe with this deck. Subscribe down below. With that being said, let's get straight into this Solfachord video. How much you know about pendulums? A lot.
Pen best deck, baby.
It's in your blood. It's in your blood.
I will study. I'll learn. I'm gonna download the masterclass because I'm really trying to learn, and maybe I'll come up to one of these YCSs one day. We'll see. But Steve,
amazing, perfect. Let's get straight into it. And this is the deck profile. We're going to go in depth in everything. Stay tuned for the whole video because there's going to be combos here. It's a full-fledged Solfachord FTK with Mjolnir, like Thor. When we call it, it always arrives. And we're gonna go in. Before we get into it, does this look like a YCS winning deck to you?
If that's not a YCS winning deck, I don't know what is. So that looks good to me. And in fact, if Trif wins this YCS, fuck it, I'm unretiring. I'm coming back in the game.
Yo, what do I have to do to make you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I was like, every time as a kid, I'd be 4 years older than my brother, asking him to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like he was the real, like he's a kid, like little bro. You would assume he wanted to play, but I was the one asking him to play, but he wouldn't want to play.
Me and my brother, we always had a deal. I was like, I wanted to play soccer, so I'm like, I need a goalie. You know?
Yeah, I would have to be goalie for him just for him to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me.
So,
good times.
So the deal stands.
Deal stands.
We
deal.
Go, we do some shots outside. And
deal.
Then...
All right, guys, my brother has to head out to do a money match for soccer. Just how we do money matches for Yu-Gi-Oh. Any last words on the deck? Do you think it's a good deck?
Deck looks amazing. Subscribe for more great content, and we'll see you guys at YCS. Pen best deck, baby.
Pen best deck. You heard the man. Pen best deck. And now, me and Danilo, this has been a lot of work. Our beginning version of this was kind of ass.
Yeah.
Right? It was a lot of back and forth to create a lot of non-engine ratios wise to make sure Herald fits with, but not too many fairies that aren't good. So just for those that don't know what the Solfachord gimmick is, I'll explain kind of the Solfachords quickly, and then Danilo will mention anything that I've missed there. This new card, Solfachord Happiness, is a custom Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards I have ever read. It says...
It's as good as Olisu.
Sorry?
Like, it's as good as Olisu.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the equivalent of... It's better than Holisu. It might not be turn 0, but here's what it does. Discard one card for effect. So if it gets ashed, then you don't discard. Discard one card, and if you do, add 2 Solfachord Pendulum monsters with different scales from your deck to your hand. So discard one card, add 2. Now here's the kicker. If you're going second or first, it then says, then special Solfachord monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls +1. Which means if you're going
three
first,
pendulum summons.
three pendulum summons. If you're going first, even if they have no monsters, you're able to search for 2 cards and then pen a special one of them for free. So it's E-Telly from deck and add a card, and the card you E-Telly gets another, which gets full combo. This on its own is full FTK, protected by Ripper with endless follow-up on its own. And then it gets even better. If you're going second and your opponent has a board of like a few monsters, it says E-Telly for 2. How many cards in Yu-Gi-Oh say E-Telly for 2? It just says add 2 from deck, special 2 from deck. What's the Tenpai card called, bro?
Sangen
Kaiman. That card sounds so broken. Add 1, special 1. This going second adds 2 and could special up to 4, even if you wanted to. It's absolutely broken first or second. And then the crazy part is the cards you bring out with it.
There is another effect on happiness, though.
Yep.
Like we can use both effects.
All 3 effects.
Like
Exactly. Exactly. You guys know Yummy Surprise? It's worded. You could use 1 of each. It's the exact same. So Konami gave a E-Telly for 3 basically for like how exactly how Yummy Surprise is. But then the second effect says during your main phase, you could pendulum summon Solfachord monsters again. And on top, the reason why that's so broken is the new card Primoria. Not only does it say if this card is normal or special, add a Solfachord card. So that means you could literally going first or second Happiness, add this and let's say Gracia, then you could special Primoria and it would trigger. If you're going second, sorry, no, you can't do that because it's 0 and 4. But 0 is considered even, right? But just
Yeah,
a different scale, so it doesn't matter. So you can add both of these to have Gracia go with Jokul, or if you're going second, you can get Cutia and Primoria special both because your opponent has monsters on board, and add from both. So you have 2 free monsters, and then these two add 2 cards. And then when you link summon, you could add back the Solfachord spell from grave to then trigger the second effect. So it has a Marshmallow effect with a Yummy Surprise effect with a Cupsy effect in one card. Crazy. The next new card is Primoria, which we'll go back to the Pendulum effect in a second, but the monster effect, keep this in mind. While you have Solfachord cards with even and odd scales, your activated Solfachord cards cannot be negated. No one knows this. No one will know this.
Nobody knows it.
So you're able to play and on top of that, your opponent, it's like Miscellaneous Saurus. So if you end up having this on field, activate Happiness, because this will also search Happiness many times for its third effect. If they ash it, no problem. You just search anyways. That's how it works, right, Danilo?
Yeah. Also, can you just go back to Happiness and read the last effect of the card?
How could I forget? Then the third effect, which you could resolve, by the way, if you open Gracia searches this, Primoria could search this, and then Primoria could add this back from grave. So you could resolve all 3 effects of Happiness all in one turn. The third effect says after you pen summon, you're gonna want to do this sometimes. Special 2 Solfachord cards from your pen zone. Just
For free. Why not?
I cannot stress enough, guys, how broken this card is. It's a true custom card that some Solfachord lover, and there's a lot out there. I actually released a Solfachord mat a long time ago, bro, Danilo, like long before these cards got released. You know, it's one of my most highest performing mats. I thought the art was ugly, but so many people just love Solfachord art that they just they loved it. So I don't know what Konami was thinking making this card. I love that they did. And the fact that Gracia searches it, the fact that Gracia is a level 5 to go with Jokul, and on top of that, Primoria searches it, and Primoria adds it back from grave. Cutea searches each of them to do it. And then this new card, Solfegia, is an extender. It's a good card. I wouldn't consider it a brick, but it's not a starter. Where you're able, if you control no monsters, you could just special summon this, and during your main phase, you could special Solfachord from your hand, or if you want, tribute this and then special it from grave or extra. It's a very good card, and the scale effects what's most important, in my opinion, that you're able to have a free negate, kind of like Rise of Cross that doesn't activate or anything like that. And this is the old Solfachord card, Solfachord Elegance, which is still really good on its own right. Typically, your game plan every turn is to resolve Happiness twice and Elegance once. So you still need to play it. You're going to have access to 3 spells. Gracia will get a spell, Primoria will get a spell, and Primoria will get another spell from grave. And you'll probably open some. So it's incredibly powerful. And unlike Vanquish Soul, it doesn't come with the bricks. Like the quote-unquote bricks are good cards to start with. Like if you open Cutea and Jokul, that's full combo easily. And your opponent, if you summon Cutea, use effect, your opponent will scramble and want to stop it. And you'll still play your other cards and win. So none of these cards are bricks. They just work so well with it. So it's, in my opinion, the best K9 deck in the game right now. Danilo, anything else you'd like to say on the Solfachord part of the deck?
Can we just read the brick of the engine? Because like we see the other spell, we didn't talk about it. It's just a brick, right? Can we read the brick?
Yes.
Quick?
This Solfachia, right?
What red card is for this deck?
This
no,
is
the spell card.
Oh, the spell card. Right. So guys, this card is the brick of the deck. This is the this is like the equivalent of Vanquish Soul, the trap card. Okay, here's what it says. You could place a Solfachord pen monster from your deck in your pen zone if you want. There's 3 effects, obviously, because it's Pendulum. Our bad cards are not bad ever. Add 1 Solfa Pendulum monster from your hand to the extra deck. Place 2 Solfachords from your deck to your scale. So the combos is so good with Happiness because when Happiness specials Primoria or Gracia or whatever with Jokul, you could then add back the Elegance. You will always have a free, you'll always have a free Solfachord in hand due to the spell. And it doesn't matter what card you start with. You don't need to start with one of them versus the other. Like they all paths lead to Rome. Whether you start with Happiness, Primoria, or Gracia, or Cutea, they all lead to resolving the Happiness and then searching this to get free scales. Free scales. Free scales. Because of how broken Happiness is. And on top of that, if you want, you could add 2 cards, an odd and even from your scale to from your pen zones to extra deck, draw 2 for free. This is the brick, by the way, the one that says get free scales for nothing or draw 2.
Also, the combos Gracia and Yokul are probably even better than the ones with Sulfador. Like this deck is probably better than Christian ever was.
Yep. If you go Jokul Gracia,
combo, We will go through every combo
Yeah.
on our MetaFi.
Yes.
Discord.
So, guys, I didn't mention it earlier. I need you guys right now. If you love this style of deck, I am heavily debating taking this to YCS Peru. We're letting you guys know everything about the deck. I really didn't want to because I'm this close to taking it to Peru. I just want you guys to have this information available for you guys. And if you want to learn how to play this in depth, check out our MetaFi down below. Me and Danilo will be doing live classes on Solfachord all of next week, until Peru and Lille. We're going to be working on this deck live on stream on MetaFi. So check it out. It's an absolute absurd value and you won't want to miss it, especially if you're looking to play one of the new decks. We'll be doing Solfachord, a lot of Yummy. What other decks are we doing on that live, Danilo?
I think like 20 decks or something like that.
Yeah, we have an insane amount. Like literally, we have as you guys know, as part of our series, we're posting in our opinion, the best 20 decks of the whole format. So one by one, we'll be doing everything, but with a lot of emphasis here on Solfachord and Yummy. So I think that kind of covers the theory of the Solfachord cards. You really want Primoria, Gracia, and Happiness maxed out. You need at the very least one Cutea, one Solfegia, one Elegance at the very least. Cutea could even be a 3 of. It's good to have. And you want higher fairy count, but it's not fully necessary because you're always going to get the Cutea anyways. It's crazy to say the searcher of the deck is not great, like absurd. That's how strong the deck is. And we want to keep it as close to 40 as possible to have as many hand traps as possible. Now, when we go to the K9 part of the deck, there's 3 Case of K9 because even though we're playing 2 Cutea, you could special it for free all the time or pen summon it for free. And if you have Case of K9, it's 1 card destruction because of how many 5s you have. Case of K9 will get to Noroi. You look at their hand, you get Ripper, and you still pull off the combo after Ripper and looking at their hand. So 3 Jokel, we could like, rather than upping Noroi, I would prefer to up Chaos Elements over Noroi because you have so many ways to Gracia that Jokel Gracia is just so like GG almost. Even if you're playing Yummy, this card says if this card is normal or special, add on summon. So as long as you get Happiness, you win basically. So even if they were to cookie the Jokel and the Gracia, which they should, it doesn't matter because Gracia did his job. So if you were to remove anything, it would probably be just to add like maybe 1 or 2 Chaos Elements, but I just don't think it's necessary because you really want to see the non-engine as well. Going first is so free. Going second is a little bit somewhat more. You have 18 hand traps and crazy combos.
Or being a pendulum deck is very good pushing into boards, and usually
Yeah.
pendulum decks historically were not good going second.
Exactly. If you guys do feel that you wanted more of a push, I guess you could remove 3 hand traps that you feel are a little bit lower value and play like 15 hand traps in the main. I wouldn't advise it. I would like 18, but you could insert 3 Chaos Elements and just like remove like a Herald or Nib or something. But Herald is so good because Herald acts as a call by the grave going first. And you don't need all these, like, yeah, these are all great starters, but you always have so many of them. So it's okay to Herald one of these to make sure your play goes through. And Herald is not like these other hand traps. Herald is not...
Herald is like a Dominus card. Like some decks are being played because you can play Dominus cards. This is the Dominus card for Solfachord. You can play Gamma like in your deck for free. Like it's so broken.
With any monsters.
Like the fact that this deck can play this card is absolute, like it's incredible.
What's your thoughts, Danilo, on inserting more combo? Like, do you think we should, for the people out there, if they like more combo style decks, if they feel they want like to play it as a 2-card combo deck versus 1, what would you insert for Chaos Elements if they want to play it like that? Would you remove 3 hand traps or just play 44?
You can do both. You can experiment. There is a lot of ways that you can make this deck work. It's very flexible and you don't expect that from a pendulum deck. But you can play it in a very, like, there is a lot of approaches. You also don't have to play the Mjolnir lock if you don't want to. Just it's kind of stupid not to. It's like, historically, every monster that has a hammer like that is good. Like, what was the last Xyz monster? Then? I forgot.
Doesn't it look like Vegeta?
A little bit, yeah.
Yo, I'm taking Mjolnir, bro. That's literally Vegeta.
It's like Paradise Smasher again.
Bro, that's Vegeta. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, figure out if you want to play with Chaos Elements or not. I won't hate either way. They're literally both very good. To be determined as well. It kind of depends if you want to play it a 1-card or 2-card combo deck. Side deck doesn't need much explaining. You could insert 24 hand traps versus every single meta relevant deck, or have the or if you like, let's say you want Thrust and Talents going second, you can have that while having the Thrust D barrier. And then we'll show you the combo now how to do it. The new card Jax is pretty good. It's good to have. You don't need the National Night package, but it's very good. This is enough instead. And the idea of Mjolnir, it's a full-fledged FTK. So going first, we have 18 hand traps. Going second, we have 18 hand traps. Going first, it's a FTK protected by Ripper, and you look at their hand with Noroi. So because you look at their hand with Noroi,
or Herald as well, and you can also protect Xyz with the Lupis as well.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yes, and it's inevitable. On top of that, Mjolnir is not a brick. If you open Mjolnir,
it's a 5, guys. It's a 5, and it's a fairy.
It's a 5, exactly. It's a level 5. It's a fairy for Herald, and on top of that, you don't need to go through Dagda and Azalea to do it. So you actually get to the end combo so much fucking easier without seeing this. There can even be an argument had to play 3 Mjolnir post side going first. I think at that point it's a little bit troll, like it's searchable, but it's not a brick at all. This is also why Lancia, even at the very least, I think we should at least play 1 for sure.
But
right?
If we're gonna Mjolnir, like
I don't
think Mali's cards play much artifact monsters to summon, so.
But Lancia in this deck, of course, will be good for that. But that's it for the deck profile. All of these extra deck cards are good. You could play the Link to Solfachord if you want, but Beyond the Pendulum is better. You end on literally an unbreakable board, and because each
you can choose, there's so many end boards.
Exactly.
You can also play the Lirlut rank 1 that like bounces to special summons. There is so many good interruptions you can make with this deck.
Exactly. We tried to make sure as many cards in the extra deck are made for going second, because go first is such an auto win. Cards like Zeus and Typhon. So you guys could, if you want to, like insert. You could remove the FTK part of Mjolnir if you really want to, and insert like more interruptions, like a rank 1 if you want. But I think it's really good like this. It's not every day you have a full-fledged FTK that is not a brick. Like there's also, you'll recognize no quick play spell from the K9 cards. This Mjolnir kind of does that, but with being a better brick, if that makes sense. So, all right, guys, now to show you guys how the combo looks like. You could do it with any hand. Obviously, this hand's absolutely broken. Great first or second. But as an example here, I'll just show you what, it doesn't matter what you have. Let's say a K9 card and a Solfachord card as example here. Again, this Gracia, it doesn't need to be a Gracia. It could be anything. It doesn't need to be a case of K9. It could be anything. Any Solfachord card leads to this. Any K9 card leads to this. That's what I love about it. Similar to Ryzel, what I mean by that in the premise that there's when Ryzel first came out, there's 12 Ryzel cards lead to full combo. This is similar, but it's the same for Solfachord, same for K9. So whenever you open, this is a 1-card combo. So I mean, it'll be better to play around hand traps to go Jokal, because you don't want the normal Noroi and get hand trapped here. So we're gonna go Jokal, Gracia. Gracia triggers on summon. We're going to search the most broken card ever created. Then we're going to Jokal right after to get Noroi. And what I like to do is never XYZ immediately. Always try to Noroi first, guys. Because the card you summon off Noroi needs to be made with Ripper. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're playing pure K9 at this point, you could use Azuna. If you want to send Lupus, I think Azuna sending the trap is sometimes pretty good as well. Keep that in mind. And now this,
just summon Lupus instead, just to make the Reaper untargetable.
True. You're the GOAT, bro. You're the GOAT. You guys see that play right there? Extra protection. So at this point, use this to look at their hand. This way, you know what you could do with the Mjolnir. Let's say, for example, they have like 3 or 4 hand traps. You're beating any set of hand traps they have. They could have 5 hand traps and you'll still win for sure, because it doesn't matter. Like, seeing the hand is crazy. You don't even need to look at it, because let's say their specific hand traps are like
or if they have 5 board breakers, what are they gonna do with
exactly
them?
This is why I think Mjolnir needs to be in
there.
Exactly. So if we see in their hand with Noroi effect that you could even go out of your way. Let's say you don't start with Noroi. Like, let's say you have no case, even if you have to send your own level 5. I know it sounds neg, but by knowing their hand, especially with a bunch of gas in your hand, let's say their interruptions are Valor, Ash, Ogre, and then like the most broken starters. They could have Cupsy and like Habakiri. Just a total random example here. So you know that whatever interactions you do, just have to play around Valor, Ash, Ogre, or whatever they have. So you could end up with just like, you don't even need to activate Happiness if you know, or you could activate it to get them to waste their Ash. But you could end on like rank Rippers, rank 5s, Masquerena, and what can Ash, Valor, or whatever do to that, or Ogre, right? So it's important to look in the hand if possible. So you know you have to make it with Noroi or with Lupus. Now it's untargetable. Detach. Do you want to? Do we start yugioh first here? What do you think? Or do you want to go for happiness?
We can grab the lantern here. But it's not a real scenario because you don't have. We should have other 3 cards in hand, so we can just go happiness, discard a random card.
Yeah. So
lantern
yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Lantern. Summon out Jokol. Now we're gonna lantern effect to get another case of K9. We don't play the quick play spell, but if you don't play Mjolnir, quick play spell will be decent. If you don't play Mjolnir, I think you should also play the Masquerade package because you're able to pop a case of K9 if you'd like to get the quick play spell and a follow up. What's next here, Danilo? Wait, should have we probably Dagda before a lantern search, or do you want to save it?
We can do both ways because we still have happiness, so we can make Dagda here as well.
And what would you like to make Dagda with?
Just the Noroi and any other of the K9s.
We're gonna take these 2 now. We're gonna make Dagda. We're going to. This is a. Of course, you could discard a card in your hand here, guys, but we're just going to discard this. We're gonna trigger the Dagda. We're going to set the Mjolnir, the Vegeta over here. I still can't believe this. Literally looks like Ultra Ego Vegeta, bro. Oh my god. I got a cool comment in my video today, guys. It's like Trif. Ultra Ego Vegeta plus Goku Execution. I was like, yo, that's a crazy compliment. So set with that. Now we trigger happiness. What cards would you like to add in special?
We grab another Gracia and the level 1, the broken level 1. In Primoria, yeah.
Now we get a free special off. If they nib, by the way, guys, or like Bestial or Rescue Ace or Holisu or Azuna, whatever, keep in mind you could special 2 from hand if you'd like in that situation. And then if this card is normal special, add a Solfachord card. So we're switching Elegance here.
Yeah.
And
we can just Azalea and clear the for later.
Keep in mind, guys, Azalea would pop. Doesn't matter if it destroys itself. It could pop any card in the field. However, if you have 3 or less spells in your grave, you'll need 4 or more to keep it. It doesn't matter if it stays or not. A little bit irrelevant. And then what would you like to do here?
We can scale, or we can do beyond first. But you should scale first, so we can go Elegance, place Grace, Gracia. From hand to the extra deck, and then we place 2 skills from deck.
Sorry, so you want to use elegance? You want to use elegance to put this from hand to EMZ to extra deck?
Yes.
And which cards would you like to put here? Keep in mind, guys, if there's a Nibiru, Beyond the Pendulum makes it so you cannot use monster effects until you pen summon. But because you want Noroi to look into their hand, you're not gonna go Beyond the Pendulum if you see a Nibiru, obviously, because it'll make your Ripper not even be able to negate it. So just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that Imperm you cannot nib Imperm, nib Valor. Well, you could because you'll have to detach, but you'll know their hand so you could play accordingly. What cards are we scaling?
So Solfachia and the other one I keep forgetting, Primoria, I think. Yeah.
So keep in mind, guys, these 2 have the scale effects that you want. Gracia, they all have hidden effects. We're gonna go over them a little quickly. Your opponent can activate a spell trap or monster effect when your Solfachord Pendulum monster's pendulum summon. Not that important. Pen summons can't be negated with like Solemns. I don't think that's too crazy. These are the 2 main ones. When you have a Grand Solfachord on the in the EMZ, on the field, you can negate it and destroy an effect such as Rise. It's a Rise Across. It's a whole negate. And this, when you Pendulum summon a monster, you could target a Solfachord card in your pen zone, return it to the hand.
And we make Beyond the Pendulum. We search the 3rd level 5 from deck.
So we're gonna use Beyond the Pendulum. And now we're gonna pen summon. Is it 1 Primoria, 2 Gracia?
We can do it in different ways. For sure, we pendulum summon the Gracia from hand and a Gracia from extra deck.
Yeah.
I probably would go for Primoria.
Yeah, this is probably these 3. And then after this pen summon, we're gonna take this and this to go into Grand Solfachord Kuldia.
I think we should keep the 2 5s though here. And just line
you don't want to trigger this?
We don't need to have everything already. So we can go to the Grand Solfachord using the 1 and then the Link 2. and then we can just make the rank 5 to revive Mjolnir. And we have the negation set up because we have a Grand Solfachord anyways.
But if we do 2 and 5, we trigger this to add back the spell and pen summon again, right?
Yeah, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, look, I think that's.
It's just we already won at that point.
Yeah. I want to win. I want to win more. I want to win extra. Then on the summon of this, keep in mind you cannot use Grand Solfachord, Kulia, and Solfegia. You kind of just use one, but that's okay because you don't really need it. This card says once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect, special Solfachord with an odd pen scale to the card this card points to, negate the activation, so it's going to negate a board breaker, but it won't matter. Then you can add a Pendulum Solfachord with even pen from your deck to extra deck. This will trigger adding back the Solfachord Happiness, allowing us to pen summon again if we like. I think at this point we put these into a totally free Masquerena. Penned again.
Some Jugratia, go for the rank 5. Yeah.
And then at this point, if we want, we could pen something, target a Solfachord card in your pen zone, return it to the hand. We should probably add this or no? We also didn't normal yet.
It doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
We literally already won.
We have so many ways with that combo to play the combo out. It just depends what entraps and what interrupts we want to respect.
Exactly. Now here's
We're just gonna go talk through all of them in the
exactly. Now this is where the effect happens, guys. You could detach one material from this card, target a level 5 monster in either graveyard, special summon it to either field. So we're gonna detach this, special summoning the Mjolnir to their field. And then specifically, because Mjolnir is red, saying if this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, target one artifact monster in your graveyard special.
Because it's going on to the other side of the field.
Yeah. Also, you cannot special monster until the end of the next turn. So even though we don't have an artifact in grave for him to summon in defense, it's mandatory, so it must trigger. Since it will attempt to trigger, he can no longer special summon until the end of the next turn. So on his turn, no matter what he does, he cannot special summon. We have Primoria as a follow-up. We have Scales. We have Negates. We have all these Negates. On top of that, we have 3 extra cards. This whole play would have been protected. Like, I didn't even put those on. The rest of the deck's all hand traps. We literally got the deck out. So you're bound to have this. And you're protected most of the time with Herald anyways. So on his turn, he's going to do nothing. He's going to sit there and contemplate why he didn't take this deck. Literally like extra overboard OTK, but I think because of the fact Noroi looks at their hand, this is such a valid FTK because no matter what they have, you're safe. Also, because let's say you don't have any Solfachord cards, any single 2/5s in the deck equals our yugioh.
Draw 4 cards.
Exactly.
Or if like worst case scenario, like whatever happens, we can also do the FTK only with with Yokul and any level 5 monster.
Exactly. Exactly. Even if there's no Solfachord,
that can be played in pure Canine too.
Yes, even pure Canine could do it. And there's just so many cards the opponent needs to stop. Yes, this is a broken FTK, but what I love most about this, guys, is the fact that every card needs to be stopped. Like, are you gonna let Joker resolve? Are you letting Lantern resolve? Are you letting Happiness resolve? Are you letting Gracia resolve? Are you letting this resolve twice? Like, at what point do you, like, there's not enough hand traps, right, guys? And going second, our hand would have been Herald, Nib, Imperm, and the Jokul, the Case of Canine, and the Solfachord. So it's like they were getting obliterated, even if we were going second. So that's the video. That's how to do the combo. The combo could be done with any setup of them, even just Solfachord cards. You have the full setup. You guys want to see that? Check out
one happiness is full combo.
Yep.
Just one happiness.
Exactly. One happiness is full combo, which also means that Primoria is also full combo because it gets the happiness. It's all full combo by itself or any 2/5s. There's so many ways to do it, and even if you don't get the full combo, you get the some combination of winning with so many interruptions. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys want to learn more on how to do the Solfachord combos with Solfachord, check out the Metafy. It's a crazy resource where they're live theorying and testing and training every single weekday starting Monday. Danilo, is there something you want to say on the Metafy, how the setup is? What are people expected to receive from us when they join?
I mean, it's the deal is so good. Like you can get so much value out of it that if I wasn't teaching in it, I would probably buy into it because how good it is.
It's crazy value, guys.
It's crazy.
Highly recommend it. And if you do join it, you get access to every masterclass ever done for free. So if you do get it, worst case, let's say it's not like, let's say you don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh every day. You just don't, like, after the 1 month, cancel your membership. See how it is once. It's worth it. With that being said, where are you putting Solfachord on the tier list? For me, I've really thought about this. I think
probably top 3, like even better probably.
Yeah.
I think it's better than, I mean, Dracotail is not in the conversation.
I
don't
know,
know.
bro.
I don't care what everyone says.
I agree.
It's terrible. It's
I agree.
So bad.
Oh my god, I think Dracotail is
Like
fucking dog
if the
shit.
deck does well at the YCS, it's just because so many people play it. It's not because the deck is actually good. So I think this is better than that. This is better than pure Mitsu because Mitsu just breaks. The deck is good but breaks so much. And it lost its like better consistency NG within Raizio. And it's just this Origami, like what's left.
Exactly.
Like with this deck, you're gonna beat everyone that believes that Yam is not a good deck, so they're all gonna play Dracotail. Dracotail, Mitsu, they're all losing to cannon cards. So this is probably like second best deck of the format, or is almost as good as Yami.
I agree, bro. I'm going to, lastly, before we head out, well, I'm going to think Yummy's number 1 in my opinion. I think Yummy Mitsu's number 2, because it does the good stuff Mitsu does, but it does the great stuff Yummy does, but still plays everything it needs to. The third one here is a difficult one for me. Like I don't want to say this because I sound like bias. I don't do bias. Like
it's
I don't
actually the best cannon deck.
I think this
Like,
is.
I hate pendulum cards. I don't want to play pendulum cards. This deck is generally good. It's better than Crystron. It's better. Like I don't want to say it's better than Vanquish Soul because we never had the comparison. But he's like probably almost as good without the Olisu, I guess. But we have Happiness and we have Herald of Orange Light. So the deck is almost as good as Vanquish Soul. Yeah.
I think this is better than Vanquish Soul right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the third best deck of the format. Maybe I'll say fourth. The only reason I'm saying fourth is I haven't taken it to enough tournaments yet to really 100% decide. Like if that makes sense. Like if I say it's third, but I've never done well with it, that would be a little bit biased, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the fourth best. The third best deck, the video you guys saw earlier today, it's I think Malice, just because Malice is. No one's playing Lancia. No one's playing cards that hurt it, and it could just go untouched. That's something I really like about it.
Malice is good for like regionals at most, because for 15 rounds deck is not consistent enough. Even without Lancias, you have like now you have to play an extra brick to make White Rabbit or the field spell 1-card combos. So like I don't want to play TB11 in my deck, but now you have to.
Yeah.
You have only one Dorm, so sometimes when you get Entrap on Dormouse, is like a lot worse because you have the second one in deck that sometimes came up to have more than one. So the deck is good up until like 7-8 round, but if you have to play 15, I wouldn't be comfortable playing it in a longer event. But the deck
well
is
said.
like you stop the same boards that it did before. It's more easy to interact with. It's just doing it less often. All of those. That's why
I'm doing some last second changes to this, guys. Just super minor. I don't think like. I think the other one I just showed is better. This is a combo version of it with the hand traps that I'm showing are the hand traps that are way more high value. Where we have no way to get value off the side frames if we draw multiple, right? Or do we?
No. I don't think they're paired too well with this deck, but
yeah,
fine. The side deck is like you just play 3-offs, one set of a play set of any sided card into every deck of the format, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Yeah.
You play one for Yami.
I just love the idea of hand traps that are so high value, like Izuna, Herald, like Herald and Gamma. It feels so good. But yeah, I think you need some form of value with the bricks. This deck just doesn't have. But yeah, I like the earlier version we just had, side deck wise. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. This is the combo version I'm showing you. If for those that want to play combo variants of it, with 15 hand traps in main instead of 18, playing 3 more case. So play around with it, guys. What your guys' style is. This is a little more combo with like siding into the 9 hand traps that are super generic versus everything. So you'll have 15, but you'll have like 9. So you could have 24 hand traps. But versus Yummy, you would not put the Zuna and the Lupus. So you'd have 20 hand traps versus Yummy, but like 3 thrust and talent. So yeah, this is the combo version. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Check out the meta fight down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, Danilo. You did great, and we'll be seeing much more of you.